Okay, hopefully the mic is working. Hopefully music isn't too loud, so feel free to correct me if anything is too loud. Alright, I will have the form up in a second, and once we get to 15 replies, then we will start on actually drawing people's stuff. Alright, I got the link. Alright, and here is the form. So if you want your OC drawn, then go to that form, and that's how this thing works. Whoever's OC is drawn is randomly selected, so you've equal amounts of getting in compared to everyone. However, if you're not here and your name gets called, then you get skipped over. Do some warm-up sketches here. Alright, how many replies are we at? We're currently at 0. We are currently at 1 reply. 2. I think I might be lagging out. Oh yeah, also by the way, I do not have YouTube Premium, so I will absolutely be muting the audio stream for all of the ads that I'm gonna have to skip over. And also, yes, I will be reading the chat stream. What's good? What's good? It's almost Easter. And I got a lot of peeps. And I got a lot of Cadbury mini eggs. I love Cadbury mini eggs so much, so I'm excited about that. Alright, we are at 9 responses. Once we get to 15, then we're gonna randomize and choose someone's OC to draw. Okay, I'm actually liking this sketch, so I might end up saving it for later. Okay. How do you submit? You go to the Google form that is linked in the pin. Oh my goodness. I hate my university Wi-Fi so much. It is literally just cutting out constantly. Who is your favorite Wings of Fire or Warrior Cats character? Warrior Cats, easily Goose Feather. Major soft spot for him. Alright. Do they have to be from a canon tribe or can they also be non-canon? You can submit literally anything you want to it. I can draw non-canon tribes, I can draw cats, I can draw dogs, I can draw wolves, I can draw foxes, and I can even draw humanoids now, and sometimes even humans whenever I'm feeling bold enough. But please don't submit a human. I'm not that good yet. I would feel very bad if I got anyone's OC terrifically wrong. Do you have a Discord server and are you planning on making one? I do not currently have a Discord server. I am never gonna make a Discord server. It would be a nightmare to moderate. I do not have the amount of responsibility needed to run a Discord server. I can barely reply to DMs. I'm not going to be able to filter through every single message on my own. And if I get people to filter those messages for me, I'm not sure whether I'd be able to trust them fully enough to make sure that nothing fishy is going on in the server. And I'm not sure whether I'd it just seems like a bad idea to me. Oh wait, so Wings of Fire OCs? I submit my furry one? No, I can draw anything now, pretty much. I've been working. Okay, we now have 20 submissions. So let me do a random number generator. So let's put it in as max 20. Let's roll. And 8. Let's see who is number 8. Number 8 is Alana Dragon. That is Alana Dragon. A-L-A-N-A-H Dragon. Are you here? All right, you are here, so let me download that and boot it up in my software. Oh wait, why isn't this the right aspect ratio? All right, there we go. Can I submit more than one? No, you cannot. However, you can modify your older responses to include that character. Or change it to that character if you want. Okay, the tail's not... Okay, nothing's moving besides... Let me modify my... Whoops. Alright, let me make sure everything is hooked up correctly in here. Okay, it should be fixed. Yep, there it goes. Thank you for telling me. Do you know TADC? Oh yeah, I watch it for sure. How did episode 8 traumatize you? I liked it a lot. Character reminds me of like those really fat cheeked tomcats who haven't been spayed yet. I like it. What's the app called? It is Clip Studio Paint X. And do you use a sketching pad or a PC mouse to draw? I use a tablet. I use a Wacom Intuos Pro Plus. No, medium. And it's a very good tablet. The only problem is I've low-key burned sections of it because I keep on putting my warmed bowls of soup on my tablet. And it's just not a good thing to do with your tablet. But it's lasted for pretty long, so I'm happy with the durability of it. And you're not supposed to put soup on your tablet, so I can't really complain that it's acting this way. And it's like scratched and stuff. Nope. How many OCs are you planning on drawing? 3 to 4. I have to work on an assignment tonight, so I have to cut myself off at some point. That assignment is so fun. You know, mitochondria, you actually have like a genome in those. You have like DNA and everything. And so you can actually sequence those. And so we sequenced mitochondria, this creature that has never had its mitochondria sequenced before. And I get to write up a report about it. It's like the first time this little creature has ever had its mitochondria examined. And I did that. I made the mitochondria report. Well, I made the mitochondria circular like thing, and I showed what genes it has and what order they're in, which is really cool. But this assignment is still killing me because I have to like describe how we did it, and also what makes this creature different than all the other creatures that are similar to it. And I don't really know what differs. And also, all the mitochondrial genome reports that we've been given as examples, all of them go way more into depth with stuff than we did in our lab, so I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. But yeah, I love being in the sciences. So fun. I wish I was a business major, then I'd have like a coloring book. Are you a biology major? I'm a biology creative writing double major with a minor in environmental sciences And I'm also in the honors program. And I'm also planning on picking up 5,000 other things. And also, if it wasn't for my parents limiting the amount of years I would be in college, I would also be a marine science minor. But whatever. How do you watch Stranger Things and who's your favorite character? I have not watched Stranger Things. I have not. At all. Do you like Wolf Quest? Yeah. I used to play that game all the time. Do you know BFDI? I watched some of it, but then I stopped at some point. I could not tell you a single thing about it now. Could you draw Alador from Wolfsong? Not in this stream, not unless you submit him as a character, because I'm only doing people's OCs to stream. Alright, I just moved the music up a few notches so it's easier to hear. Hopefully. Do you like Wings of Fire or Warrior Cats more? Oh, that is a very hard question. I made like 2 videos dedicated to this. I gotta admit, I'm leaning more towards Warrior Cats nowadays, and that's because I feel like Wings of Fire has started to be written for a younger demographic. A lot of the more recent books, they lack some of the violence that older books had, and they also come off as being way more immature. Whoops. Okay, something's off here. Let's see if... I'll find this, fix it.
Proceed with tequila shots with a dish full of cold lines, the whole nine, laughing, remembering
That's better. I had a fall off of Wings of Fire, now I'm falling off Warrior Cats as well. I gotta admit, I'm sort of feeling that way. For sure. Like, I haven't read a mainline Warrior Cats book, like, within the first month of its release since A Vision of Shadows. No, A Broken Code. The Broken Code is the last time I did that. It's not like I'm aging out of animal fiction and stuff, because I still like Feral, I still like... it's just that I've fallen out with children's animal fiction and I'm moving more into the older stuff. I wish there was more older stuff out there. I mean, I am trying to make a more young adult style book series, but I just wish there was more out there for sure. Do you have Roblox, and if so, can you friend me? I used to have Roblox. I made some videos on WC Ultimate Edition, actually. But I haven't used that account in literal years at this point. Read the site. I have that on my list, but I've heard the second book, like, isn't that good. So that makes me nervous. Have you read Percy Jackson? Yeah, I used to be really into that. It's not easy having yourself a good time. Greasing up those bets and bellies, watching out they don't fall let them fucking kiss you both at the same time. Smells like something I've forgotten, curled up tight and now it's rotten. I'm not a gangster tonight, don't wanna be a bad guy. I'm just a loner, baby, and now you got in my way. I can't decide whether you should live or die, or you'll probably go to heaven. Please don't hang your head and cry, no wonder why my heart feels dead inside. It's cold and hard and petrified. Lock the doors and close blinds, we're going for a ride. It's a bitch convincing people to like you. I'm pretty sure there's a second book if it's the series I'm thinking of. It might not be the series I'm thinking of. Okay, no, that did not help. That did not help. You should put fentanyl on. Nah. It's submitting your friend OC. Yes, it is. happy. Fix. Have you seen the movie Twister? No, I haven't. My family thinks I have, though. There apparently used to be a Twister ride at Universal Orlando. I think. Sounds crazy to me. Apparently it was literally just like a wind simulator. Why is this so damn hard? Okay, got it. Finally! Ah! Okay. Please don't spam in the chat. Are we gonna hold a memorial service for Brambleclaw? No. If there was any cat I would hold a memorial service for, it would have been Leaf Fool. I'll hold a memorial service when Jay Feather dies, okay? Okay, but he'll never die. Because Warrior Cats will live on until I die, and even then, he's still gonna be alive. Every cat who is born in Arc 3 will be alive by the time I die, with how slow this series progresses. Where are you? Where are you? Okay. Have you read Wings of Fire? I don't really think I have. I don't know. What is it about? Could be interesting. Wings of Fire. It sounds like it's about birds, maybe? With wings? Who knows? Who knows? I'm gonna do only basic shading today. Y'all. So more shading than Invincible. Ha ha ha. Have you read Foxcraft? Yes, and I'm rereading it for a video right now. Have you ever finished a Piku competition art? Yes, I have, and I posted it to community tab. What do you think has a more appealing story? Warrior Cats, Wings of Fire, or Survivors? When it comes to first arc, Warrior Cats and Wings of Fire are tied. When it comes to entire series, Wings of Fire. Survivors isn't in the competition. I like Survivors, but it's not that good. It's not that good. There's a lot of issues I have with the first arc. And I have even more issues with the second arc. I didn't even begin to get into them in my video. Silverwing, yeah, I haven't read that one yet. I will. Okay. We have 45 possible people to choose OCs from now that I'm done drawing this one. Let's see whose OC I will draw next. Let's do a few. And we got 37. Landed on 37. And I accidentally closed out that tab. Dang. Alright, who's lucky number 37? Shadow Clan Cat. Shadow Clan Cat. Yeah, Silverwing is the book series about bats. Shadow Clan Cat here? Okay, Shadow Clan Cat is not here. What is your favorite book in general? That is so hard for me to say because I have a soft spot for a book that I read on Wattpad when I was literally like 12 called Hero Soccer. I love that book so much. And I first read it, I read it when I was like 10. Yeah, I was like really young when I first read it. It's called Hero Stalker, and it's about like this fangirl for superheroes, and she gets superpowers, and she has to solve like who's behind this strange crime. Okay, we got 35 as our next person to go to. Okay, who's number 35? Olivia! We've got Olivia. How many OCs do you have? A lot. If we want to limit it to strictly Canine Kingdoms, which is the project I'm thinking about the most right now, there's like 40 names, characters in the first book. The thing is, I don't want to list all these characters and not have them be involved, so I'm just saying a gray wolf did blank, and a black wolf did blank, and blah 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 led a patrol of 4 wolves, and I never give any of them names because I don't want to drown the reader in so many names. So even though there's only like 40 named characters in reality, I want it to seem like the world's more lived in and there's way more characters. Okay, it's Olivia here. Okay. Yay! Alright, let me download this. Got it. Who's your favorite warrior cat? Goose Feather. I assume this is a Cold and Lamb motif, maybe? I don't know. Oh, that reminds me, I really need to post. I really need to add all my newer OCs to my toy house. I really want to post more art of my K9 characters, K9 Kingdoms characters on here, but the thing is, a lot of the ones that I'm really interested in would literally just be spoilers to reveal the existence of, and I want to actually have some surprises in when it comes to when the book hopefully ends up being released. I want to make sure there are some surprises, so people won't be just like, oh, I remember seeing an animation about this. People will be like, oh, I didn't know this would happen. Instead. Besides, it would be no fun. It would be no fun if you knew what happened in the story. So, everything's a secret. I've literally changed what characters like are aligned to certain causes. Alright, also people, please stop begging your OCs in chat. I will put you in timeout. Do not make me put you in timeout. I will not leave you there with a lava lamp so you can look at a lava lamp when you're in timeout. That's what my parents did. They just gave us a lava lamp whenever we were in timeout. Dog, I'm already part of a university. Don't try and recruit me, please. Where's an actual song? Okay, I need to go and find a new playlist. How many books have you read? Many. Alright, Tara, you are going into timeout for 1 minute for begging. Is there a playlist? Not really. I think I'm gonna boot up one of my own playlists at this point. Where's my other one? I was using YouTube's randomize function, but I don't feel like that, so. What are your pronouns? He, him. How are you doing? Good. Poor Kane is a boy. Nah, I'm a girl. I just use he, him. Because I think it makes me sound a bit more intimidating, and I like that. And like, I first started using it when I was in Taekwondo instructor, and I had my hair pretty short, so I was mistaken for a dude, and I realized, wait, it's kind of cool actually. So
is now at McDonald's.
Yeah, that's why I use he, him.
10-piece chicken McNuggets and a drink.
Alright, if you can name where I know this song from, you are the GOAT. And not the one on screen. I think it's a GOAT.
I have taken a wrong turn. When will I learn? When will I learn? Should I show them all my scars? Cherry red, bleeding burn.
Have you watched Demon Slayer? Yes.
Like an angry apple tree.
Tare, please stop asking people where they live. You should not be sharing that information on the internet. If someone is mean, they will take that information, find you, and send you Scientology manuals. I would never send someone Scientology manuals for annoying me. I would never.
Love, love, love is
Alright, anyone guessing? Alright, looks like no one has guessed where this is from. So that will remain a secret. How are you doing on K9 Kingdoms? Very good. All I need to do is edit a few scenes to make sense with some timeline changes I did. And then I think I'm going to send it off to some agents. For fun, I'm going to send it to like a bunch of big name agents and see if any of them nibble. And then after a month, then I'll send it to some smaller agents and see what they think.
If I was 17, I could find it in between the cushions of somebody's couch. I could find it, I could find it. If I was 17, I could find it in a dream, a dime a dozen, a kind of
Tara, please stop rage baiting.
I could find it, but I'm not 17, and I lost it in between the birthday cakes and fast mistakes that roll by.
The long braid reminds me of the Q from Avatar. Bro, I got my braces off 2 days ago and my teeth already screwed up again. That's how it works. If you spent today with Darkstalker, what would you do? I would abuse that and use his animus magic to do a bunch of things for me. What do you think about the newest book? I hate it. I do not like it. I do not really like it. I don't hate it. It's just I just don't It is slightly above Flames of Hope for me. But if other books in the arc end up being better, then I will upgrade its place. I will like it better if other books are good in the arc. Because currently I feel like a lot of things were rushed. Like it's time, like the King's Teeth, that plotline felt way too rushed to me. And they also felt like they were way too strong because you're telling me Umber needs to train them like firsthand, but they've also been going around the island and killing dragons. Like, how are they that strong and that weak at the same time? And also, I felt like Sora's plotline, I felt like she sort of got subbed to the wayside. And I don't feel like it really got, like, examined how Mulberry literally led Umber. He practically kidnapped Umber. He didn't tell him that he'd be locked on the island forever when he took him there, so yeah. I feel like the book just should have been longer, for sure. Where's that? Yeah. There it is. Alright. So that's all the book 16 talk I can do on the screen. I didn't realize that many people have not read it yet. Huh, didn't know I had that many read-throughs. Ooh, that's a good idea for a series. Semi. Sami? Sami. Sort of reminds me of like Teenage Kraken. I haven't watched that movie, but like in it, I heard that like Krakens are demonized and mermaids are loved when really it should be the other way around. Okay, I can't figure out where the... What inspires you to draw? Wanting to see things that do not exist. It's the easiest way to do so. How often do you browse other people's work? Well, I mean, on YouTube, not that much if I'm being honest, but Tumblr, like, I sometimes do. And on Twitter, it goes past my feed. But I pretty rarely actually, on my own, search up Wings of Fire. How many more OCs will be drawn? 2 more. Okay, will my YouTube actually load?
Want
Yay.
a darker tan? Fast?
Okay, let's wait for this to load. Oh, that's what's... Ah! Get fixed! Have you watched the earlier seasons of Ninjago? I used to love Ninjago when I was younger so much. I haven't watched any of it recently. Stopped watching when I was like a tween, I think. Have you heard of Portal 2? Yes, I've heard of it. I've never played it. Okay, if this ends up being the version with cursing, please do not be mad with me, y'all.
I vape, but I don't like need.
Okay. Will the song actually load? Yay! Are the numbers for submitting drawings randomized? Yes, they are. OC submitted at the beginning of the stream have an equally as likely chance as being chosen as ones that were just submitted 2 minutes ago. Do you participate in an art fight? Always. Will you do it this year? Yes. Unless something comes up, that means that I can't.
so clean, they couldn't wait to just bash me. I must be getting too flashy. Y'all shouldn't have let the world gas me. It's too late, cause I'm here to stay, and these girls know that I'm nasty. I sent her back to her boyfriend with my handprint on her ass cheek. City talking, we taking notes. Tell him all to keep making posts. Wish he could, but he can't get close. OG so proud of me that he choking up while he making toast. I'm the type that you can't control. Said I would, then I made it so. I don't clear up rumors. Where's y'all sense of humor? I'm done making jokes cause they got old like baby boomers. Turn my haters to consumers. I make vets feel like they juniors. Say your time is coming soon, but just like Oklahoma, mine is coming sooner. I'm just a late bloomer. I didn't peak in high school, I'm still out here getting cuter. All these social networks and computers got these pussies walking around like they ain't losers. I told you long ago on the road.
All right. Time for OC number 3. Arcane, why did you decide to draw other people's OCs on streams like this? For subscriber award.
People have lots of opinions when it comes
All right. We are currently
to how
at
we dress.
number
Since when is it
56.
anyone's business?
Let's go to randomize. Put in 56 and 3. Let's see if number 3 is still here. Pony Cyanide. Pony Cyanide. Pony Cyanide? Hi, Sailor. How you doing tonight?
No flags can keep it. Bubble up and cut right through. Just someone I believe in. You heat me like a filament. And anytime you're in the room, you burn me and it's smoking. I just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly.
Alright, Pony left.
Your love.
Let me randomize again then. 12.
How the chemistry works when your bullseye kicking in the dirt, kicking in the
Dragon Rexy. Is Dragon Rexy here?
Can't find an exit. I wander in a maze alone. If I find you, will you shock me?
Okay, Dragon Rexy is here. Woo!
Pretty sure that I've been here before, and it isn't what I wanted. I just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly in a pool full of your love. But I don't even know how the chemistry works when your bullseye kicking in the dirt, kicking in the sand, and stirring up trouble. Your voice like an angel, been chain smoking all month long, like you're someone I believe in. Am I only elaborate? Someone you can test things on. This isn't what I signed up for. I just wanted you to. I just wanted. I just wanted you to. I just wanted. I just wanted you to watch me dissolve.
Nope.
Slowly in a pool full of your love. But I don't even know how the chemistry works when your poolside kicking in the dirt, kicking in the sand, and stirring up trouble. I just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly in a pool full of your love.
At Hills Pet Nutrition, we know that pet parent guilt is real. That's why we make science-led nutrition to help you give more love.
Does anyone know how to see what number you have? I don't think there's a way for you to see that on your end. But it doesn't matter either because I just randomized. So it doesn't matter if you submit in the first 10 minutes of the video or just 2 minutes ago. What program do you use for your little sprite in the corner? I use PNG Tuber Plus on Steam. This song reminds me of that one animation meme you made a while ago. Yeah, that's because this song was used in that, so. Not surprising. Is it sacrilegious of me to play this right before, like, Easter? Oh no. Have you heard of Dragon Ball Z? No. Yeah. Have I watched it? Nope, not at all. I'll have to at some point, but it's not currently my priorities.
In the most biblical sense, I am beyond repentance. Bang hooker, prostitute, wench, vomit her mind. But in the cultural sense, I just speak in future tense. Judas kiss me if offense to where it comes the next time. I wanna love you, but something's pulling me away from you. Jesus is my virtue, and Judas is the demon I cling to. I cling to just a holy fool, baby. It's so cruel, but I'm still in love with Judas, baby. I'm just a holy fool, baby. It's so cruel, but I'm still in love with Judas, baby.
Have you heard of Dandy's World? I have never played Dandy's World. Ever. Never have I ever watched a video on it. I know that's like mascot horror,
You're ready to make
but I
it
don't know anything beyond that.
Introducing Walden Wayfinder, a new way to pursue your bachelor's degree, guided by Walden University.
Favorite main 6 character? Applejack. She's so down to earth. I like her. I wish Earth ponies weren't as devalued in the narrative. I heard about Povy's playtime. I watched some gameplay from it, but I've never played it myself. And I've watched redesigns of some characters from it.
And now you say you're sorry for being so untrue. Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river, 'cause I cried a river over you. You drove me nearly out of my head. While you never shed a tear, babe. Remember, I remember all that you said. You told me love was too plebeian. Told me you were through with me, and now you say you love me. Well, just to prove that you do, why don't you cry me a river? Cry me a river, 'cause I cry a river over you, over you. You say you love me, but you lie. Now you say you love me. Well, just to prove that you do, come on and cry me a river. Oh, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. I cried a river over you. I cried a river. Now you can too. Cry me a river. Cry me a
What art app do you use? I use Clip Studio Paint EX on the computer, but you can also get that on your tablet.
Telescopic mascara's tiny brush grabs every lash for easy length.
Give me a second.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. More than power, power, never. Ever after work is over. stronger.
Do you know who Sebastian Salas is? Yes. The fish man who everyone simps over. Isn't he? I gotta admit, I'd probably be into pressure if I started playing it because I'm a major SCP fan, but I'm not out of spite. Also, this is how I do gills. Sorry if it's not like normal sea wings, but I do gills across the entire neck. For some reason. That's just my style. You should make an SCP video. But what I make it on, it would be something entirely different. This entire channel is about Wings of Fire. I'm not switching it up. I have been thinking about doing like a SCP channel, making an SCP channel, but if I ever have to like stop creating videos on this channel or have to like make them less frequently, then I will absolutely start up an SCP channel. So, do you take commissions? No, not right now. Where's Omni-Man? Where is he? Are you sure about that? He's probably going to culinary school so he can make better spaghetti for his son.
We are gardeners.
Mark Loki became spaghetti in the most recent video. Why did I say video episode? Do you remember the fan art I made you? I don't, but I haven't checked my mentions tab in a while, so I'll check it as soon as I'm done with the stream and look at it. Right now I need to log in and finish drawing people's stuff so I can get to my mitochondrial genome report. So I can submit that before it's due. Ah! Have you heard or watched Sinclair do Grove? I don't think I have. Sea salt. I need you, sea salt. Oh my goodness, that show is just stuck in my head. I cannot wait until the next episode. The thing is, I don't actually like SCPs themselves as much as I like Tales. If I were to ever do an SCP video, it would literally just be about an entire canon in a nutshell. And if I were to do an SCP channel, it would probably not focus on the SCPs themselves, but probably on the doctors and the Tales. Because I feel like the SCP market for SCPs is oversaturated. What are SCPs? SCPs are pretty much just... So pretty much there's this organization called the SCP Foundation, and they're a governmental organization dedicated to discovering and like looking at anomalies, which are pretty much just magic, unexplainable phenomenon, objects, people, or animals. And so SCPs are pretty much just like, it could be a place where standing there turns you purple. It could be a cat who is only like half a cat. It could be a guy who, if you eat the pancakes you make, you think they're the best pancakes they tasted in your life ever. It's like, SCP can be anything. Okay, time for the next submission. We are currently at 61 responses, so let's see who's up. 37. I think I did 37 before. Yeah, I did 37 before, and 37 wasn't here. 37's probably still not here. 55. Nora Ellery. Dang, the cars outside are loud. Nora Ellery. All right. 30. Who is 30? Is June. Do we have a June? Do we have a June the Dragon Drawer? Yes, we do! Yay! Okay, we've got a fluffy silkwing. Love when I see fluffy silkwings.
Bet you can't run as fast as T-Mobile. Bet you I...
Okay. Will this be the last one? Yes, it will be. Don't let me get in the way of you getting sleep. We're about to play a song that's stuck in my head so often. And it really shouldn't be because it's a really bad song. It's like strangely menacing. I don't really know how to describe it. This song sounds really weird. Yeah, it only gets worse. It only gets worse. If one of them are copyrighted and you can't play them, that's okay with me. Oh, all these songs are copyrighted. I'm making zero money off of the replay of this stream if anyone ever feels like replaying it. Well, let's just do confrontation. You all are so unlucky that I live in a dorm building and cannot sing in the dorm building.
Don't worry, your makeup is stuck like glue.
With the latest Galaxy from Verizon, you can swipe a whole new look.
The tone switch up is crazy.
See the tragedy, they'd not see my intent. The shadow of Hyde's evil would forever kill the good that I had meant. Am I a good man? Am I a madman? face in the mirror. I close my eyes and you disappear. I'm what you face when you face in the mirror. Long as you live, I will still be here. All that you are is the end of a nightmare. All that you are is a dying scream. After tonight, I shall end this demon dream. This is not a dream, my friend, and it will never end. This one is the nightmare that goes on. Hyde is here to stay, no matter what you may pretend. And he'll flourish long after you're gone. Soon you will die and my memory will hide you. You cannot choose but to lose control. You can't control me, I live deep inside you. Each day you feel me devour your soul. I don't need you to survive like you need me. I'll become whole as you dance with death. And I'll rejoice as you breathe your final breath. I'll live inside you forever, with Satan himself by my side. And I know that now and forever they'll never be able to separate Jekyll from Hyde. Can't you see it's over now? It's time to die. No, not I, only you. If I die, you die too. You die in me, I'll be you. Damn you, Hyde, leave me be. Can't you see you are me? No! Deep inside, I am pure. You are mine. Never. Yes, forever. God damn you, Hyde. Take all your evil deeds and rot in hell. I'll see you there, Jekyll.
This is me whenever I feel like ordering a Grubhub and it's not the weekend. I have a rule that I can only order Grubhub on weekends because otherwise I will quickly become a big back, I fear. I'm gonna get some fried chicken next weekend, I think.
Want to save $1,000 guaranteed?
Is this still June's? Yes, and this is also the final
Fiber-powered internet.
drawing. Because I need to do my mitochondrial genome reports! Boy, howdy, I love doing mitochondrial genome reports! The thing is, I can't even complain, no, this is busy work, it doesn't have any application, because it's real science! I'm doing the mitochondrial genome report for an organism that's never had one before, so I can't complain, because I'm doing actual, novel, friggin' science! Okay, I'm gonna assume these should be the same color as the horns. Okay, next song's loading up.
Don't do love, don't do friends. I'm only after success. Don't need a relationship. I'll never soften my grip. Don't want cash, don't want card, want it fast, want it hard. Don't need money, don't need fame. I just wanna make a change. I just wanna 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 change. I know exactly what I want and who I wanna be. I know exactly why I walk and talk like a machine. I'm now becoming my own self-fulfilled prophecy. Oh, oh no, oh no, oh no. One track mind, one track heart. If I fail, I'll fall apart. Maybe it is all a test. 'Cause I feel like I'm the worst, so I always act like I'm the best. If you are not very careful, your possessions will possess you. TV taught me how to feel, now real life has no appeal. It has no appeal, it has no appeal, it has no appeal, it has no appeal, it has no appeal. I know exactly what I want and who I wanna be. I know exactly why I walk and talk like a machine. I'm now becoming my own self-fulfilled prophecy. Oh, oh no, oh no, oh no, I know exactly what I want and who I wanna be. I know exactly why I walk and talk like a machine. I'm now becoming my own self-fulfilled prophecy. Oh, oh no, oh no, oh no, I'm gonna live, I'm gonna fly, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna live, I'm gonna fly, I'm gonna fail, gonna die. I know exactly what I want and who I wanna be. I know exactly why I walk and talk like a machine. I'm now becoming my own self-fulfilled prophecy. Oh, oh no, oh no, oh no, I know it. I'm now becoming my own self-fulfilled prophecy. Oh, oh no, oh no, oh no.
All right. Once I get this thing figured out. All right, and that was the final.
Get the glow that
Well,
looks like
this is the final of See You Tonight. I'm gonna play one final song to sign us off. Thank you all so much for being a part of this stream today. It was really fun. And I hope to be able to do similar streams with y'all in the future as we celebrate even more milestones and even more accomplishments. Thank you all so much for coming to the stream once again. I'm gonna play around with a few of the settings on these. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna put some stars in this one. In case you're wondering what the other tabs are, preview for something that will be up in like a month or so. So this is your little reward for staying for the entire stream. Seeing all these previews for a project. Let's see. This one also is this guy. Wonder what's going on here. Well, it'll take you a month to learn what's going on here. Because it takes me forever to do anything. Alright, once again, thank you all so much for being a part of the stream. And I'll see you all in the next one. I'll catch you all in the next one. Once again, thank you all so much for being here. Been a lot.